Alright guys, guess what? My bags are packed. It's time to go on another air travel adventure. Right now it's about 1 o'clock. I'm here in my apartment in St. Louis, Missouri. What we're going to do is walk about 15 minutes down to the Metrolink light rail station, hop on a train, go over to Lambert St. Louis International Airport, get off and hop on a really short, like 45-minute long flight to Kansas City. When we arrive in Kansas City, we're going to hop on a shuttle, head over to our airport hotel, or I'll meet up with my parents. We're all going to spend the night there together, and tomorrow morning we're all going to fly out at 6:30 a.m. to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. It's a pretty crazy trip. So, let's get going.
On the 30 please for Kansas City here at gate number 24.
Yeah, think a little bit to death. Tell me the 5 things you want to see in this flash.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, they're asking us to answer things we have no information about. I would think that they would be getting feedback from us.
I'll be in Kansas for like an hour and a half. So if you need like guidance on anything right this moment, I don't know.
Well, good afternoon. For those of you just joining us, this is Southwest Airlines, service to Kansas City. It's going to be a pretty full flight today. To help us out to carry on items, please utilize some of the space underneath the seat in front of you. Leave those overhead bins for those large roller bags. Also, most of those roller bags will fit straight in with the wheels sticking out. There were only 60 bags out of 136 passengers checked. That means our overhead bin space is going to be very limited today. Again, if you have small bags, please put anything underneath the seat in front of you. Large bags straight in with the wheels out.
Folks, all those cell phones, portable electronic devices need to be in airplane and game mode, so phone calls need to come to an end. We can get your attention real quick. We're going to point out the safety features on the Boeing 737-700 series. To fasten your seatbelt, find the two cards, make sure to place your mask on first before assisting. Simply do the don't sit back, relax. Enjoy the 1-hour flight to Kansas City. Welcome aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be cleared for departure. Enjoy the plane. Southwest Airlines, especially this flight, we'd like to be the first to welcome you to Kansas City. Please remain safe, your seatbelt securely fastened, seat backs, tray tables in the pull-up right lock position, and all of your carry-ons stowed right where they are. When we do come to a complete stop again, the captain turns off the seatbelt sign. Be careful opening those overhead bins items to a tendency to shift during flight and fall out. If you're making any connections here in Kansas City, simply deplane, go inside the terminal, check the TV monitors for your connecting flight gate information. If you are continuing on with Flight 2055 to Boston, this is your aircraft. Just remain seated in your original seat. Mimi's going to go from the back to the front to get a through count. Once we have that count, we'll let you know, and at that time you can stand up, stretch your legs, use the lavatories. Weekend, and come back as soon as we get off to. System doors.
Alright guys, we are here at the Hampton Inn, Kansas City Airport. I just checked in. I have not seen this room yet, so you're going to get to experience it. Same first impression as me. Sorry, I'm holding a bunch of stuff. Red and green. I think that means that the battery on the key reader is low. Hopefully it won't run out while we're here. Alright, let's get some lights on in this place before we do anything. Let's see. One light here. And I'm going to shed my backpack, and let's get this tour started. So, first of all, we have a kind of dark entrance to the room back here. Then as you come in this door, right here, we have a bathroom. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, first of all, we have a fairly modern-looking shower stall. Nice tile surfaces, bathtub combo. We have a fairly new-looking shower curtain with the arched rod, which is always nice. Not much of anything back here. Our towels are all in this neat little thing right here. It's kind of interesting how they have a little cubby for each bath towel. That's pretty nice. Then we got the toilet. And over here we have a... I don't know what you call this. It's not a pedestal sink, but it's kind of built into a cabinet almost. Hi. Pretty nice looking bathroom. It's small, but they use the space really well. Then, as you come here, I will put my back to the door, and this is what the rest of the room looks like. So, what? Duvet covers and sheets are clean for your arrival. Well, I certainly would hope we get clean sheets. Wonder why they felt the need to put that sticky note on both beds. Beds feel decent. Not the best that I've... Let's give this a try firsthand. It's not the best bed that I've ever laid down on, but certainly not the worst either. We have a flat screen TV right here in the front of the room. Panasonic. Little wall lamp there that turns on with the switch on the door. Here's another look at the whole bed situation. And there's not too much space to this room. You come right back here, and first of all, we have a wall unit air conditioner, which apparently goes by increments of 2 when you turn the temperature up and down. It's hot in here, so I'm going to put this way down. Actually, I'm probably going to put it on cooling mode. It's pretty warm outside today. Even though you see a little snow there, it's actually 65 degrees outside. And there's our view. Let's open up the curtain and... Oh. Well, this is going to take a while. That's a slow curtain. There's your view of the parking lot on North Newark Circle in Kansas, or not really Kansas City, whatever distant suburb the airport's in out here. Got a little desk here. That's kind of a cute idea, the way they built it in. I guess we turn this on. What does the second switch do? Nothing. So that's pretty neat. Looks like we have 2 LED lights up here. Shine down, you have a nice little space to work. Pull the chair back. Again, it's a little tight, especially since I'm going to be splitting this place with my parents when they get here. It's a bit of a tight room, but as I said before, the space is used well, so you won't really notice it as much. Like, you notice, I mean, for a hotel, you know, of a high caliber, well, not high, but you know what I mean, it's a Hampton Inn, it's not exactly an Econo Lodge or something. It's rare not to have not a walk-in closet, but a closet as you walk in the door. What's interesting is that they have that little, almost, wardrobe cabinet in the back. I've never seen that before. You can see they have that whole built-in cabinet that just takes up that back wall. It's a pretty unique setup. So, you've experienced the room firsthand with me, my first impression. I'm seeing if I can dig a little deeper while I'm at it. Everything so far seems to be in very good condition. I like the modern bed linens. Carpet's fraying a little bit here, but I mean, that's the only superficial damage I can find. We're doing pretty well. Everything seems to be in pretty good condition. Well, based on my first impression, I'd have to give this place well, I'd probably say like a B+ overall. Looks like it's going to be a perfectly fine place to spend the night and fly out tomorrow morning.
Alright, you guys have a nice day. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I know.
That's us.
Over here.
Sure.
You have 2 items. That second smaller one doesn't need you underneath the seat in front of you. Those roller bags do need to sit straight in, please, and wheels out towards the aisle. Carry-ons may not block aisles or exits, and if you need assistance from your carry-ons, contact a flight attendant. If you are seated in an exit row, you may need to open the window exit in an emergency. Please review the safety information cards and seat for which exit requirements.
Metal end into the buckle, tight pull on the loose strap, and release lift up on top of the buckle. Seatbelt should be worn low and tight across your lap. All aircraft is equipped with 6 emergency exits. There are 2 door exits in the front and 2 door exits in the rear of the cabin. In addition, there are 2 overwing exits. Each exit is equipped with an evacuation sign which inflates automatically when open, slides at each door, and may be detached and used as rafts. All exits are clearly marked with red and white exit signs. Emergency lighting along the aisle will direct you to red lights and all exits. Locate your nearest exits, keeping in mind they may be behind you.
In the event of a water evacuation, your flotation device is a life vest which is sealed in a plastic bag located in the pocket underneath your seat. Its use is illustrated on the safety information card. The life vest should not be removed unless a crew member advises you to do so. To remove the life vest from the bag, pull the
There's the runway. That's a neat view right there.
You know, we were driving in, it was 64 degrees. And you should have seen how much ice was lost today.
Those can take a long time to thaw. I could actually see some on the plane yesterday.
Yeah.
See our hotel from up here. That's the economy parking.
Coffee, hot tea, bottle of water, and a
Ladies and gentlemen, Puerto Airlines and your crew, and Jojo the grizzly bear cub on the tail of our aircraft would like to welcome you into Puerto Vallarta. Make sure you do have your passport and your forms with you. We will have a customs officer meeting our aircraft, and they will direct you through customs. So you need to have your forms and your passport readily available. And please do not leave those items in the seat pocket. Once you do leave the aircraft, you will not be able to get back. Available to you in the front of the aircraft. Once again, thanks for choosing to fly with Frontier. We look forward to seeing you again.